One of the primary cliches about PC gaming is that you have to update your gear every year. Well, I am here to prove that stance wrong. Therefore, I will show you my rig, describe its interns, and what I will indeed improve in the future. Guys, this is my rig. It's just wandering around, it doesn't know what to do. I think it's idling, and the idle temperature is, let me check. No, just kidding, guys. Yeah, there it is, the rig. And I admit it looks pretty shit, but it's a sound dampened case, so I can do I can't do anything about it. I had to open it because the components run very hot. I've overclocked them. This one is a Q6700 Quad Processor from Intel, which has a clock speed of 2.6 GHz, but I overclocked it to 3.35. Then I've got a Sapphire R9280X Toxic at 1.1 GHz as well, which runs pretty hot, and I think it's because of the thermal paste. Maybe I have to change it. I bought an SSD and a power supply, and these 3 components were the only ones I had to buy. And then in here I have a 2 GB hard drive as well. It's just lying there. Cable management is shit, I know, but it doesn't impact performance, so I don't really care about it. Let's just look at some numbers then. So all the components range from 2006 to 2012, and it runs quite hot because of the sound dampened case I got for free and the probably pretty dried out thermal paste. As I already said, I overclocked everything that is overclockable, and I got around 30% more performance over it. Just look at that passmark score. I can play GTA V on medium to high settings, and The Witcher 3 on ultra, even though the CPU is the main bottleneck. It outperforms the PS3 and Xbox by far, and in some games outperforms even the Xbox One or PS4, given how high I can set the settings and the frame rates that are possible. Rocket League is fun as hell and runs at max settings, as does Crysis 3 and even The Forest. All in all, I had to buy the power supply with 650 watts, the SSD and the graphics card, but I got those for cheap and I can use them for my next build. This build works well, and I will not upgrade before at least summer 2017. Talking about my next build, here's what I will put inside there. If you look at the PC parts picker list, you will see what parts I need and which ones I already have. I would like to get an i5 6600K, it runs at 3.5 and I will try to get it over 4 GHz. Therefore I will need a new motherboard, and I will use an Asus 170 motherboard. I know I can get cheaper ones from Gigabyte, but I chose this one because it supports Crossfire as well as SLI configurations. I will keep my AMD card, and we will see how much better it performs without being bottlenecked by the CPU. Maybe I will buy a second one and use it in Crossfire, or maybe even I will buy a 1070 and then buy a second 1070 later on. It depends on my budget. Anyhow, it is total overkill for my use, even the 32 GB of RAM. It already blows every console out of the water, but I think once I'm set I will again keep it for 8 to 10 years, but we will see. The thing is, CPU speed does not evolve as fast anymore. We get more cores, hyperthreading, and the cache increases, but I think 4 to 4.5 GHz is pretty future-proof. And if I want, I can still put an i7 in later on. Yes, I want water cooling, and yes, I want the premium motherboard, the 32 gigs of RAM and 2 1070s in SLI, but I'm not sure if I'll ever get those. And I don't necessarily need them to play games at max settings in the years to come. I'm currently gaming and recording on a 9-year-old CPU and it works fine. I believe PC building is fun, and if I ever build that dream PC of mine, I will gather all the pieces I have lying around and build another PC for free, which I can sell or just give a friend or to my little brothers to play Minecraft on. Hardware does, for the most parts, not degrade over time, and if I can play The Witcher 3 on Ultra, they will certainly be able to play Minecraft for at least 10 more years. And that's what it is all about. I can upgrade at a lower cost, because I can reuse the SSD, graphics card and power supply. I could reuse the cooler if I wanted, and in the end I would still have enough pieces left to make my little brothers happy. The PC Master Race is about freedom. The name may be controversial because it mocks console players and SJWs, but it's still about freedom. How you can do whatever you want, and how we don't want to get scammed in order to pay for a closed environment and online gaming. I would appreciate if you correct me, Phantom. If there's something I could do to improve my build, and if you could help me to decide whether to keep the 7970, buy a second one for Crossfire, buy a 1070 and then get another 1070 if I ever need more power. I don't know, you'll tell me, and I would love to hear that from you.